What's up, YouTube? So, what do I think about, did Shaq have anything to do with Shannon Sharpe's situation? They got a beef that goes all the way back. You know, um, you know, Shannon Sharpe was trying to be critical of Shaq's career, and he took note of saying some things that he didn't think Shaq got all of his stuff out of his career, which I disagree with because Shaq, four-time champion, last time the three-peat champion. And also, they had to change the rules for the guy. I always ask people all the time, what else was he supposed to do? You might could say he maybe left the ring out, maybe a couple thousand points, but what else could he really have done? I mean, he did dominate. They changed the game for him. But I know Shaq is petty. I know that, listen, just because I have him as a top 5 player ever and I hold him in high regards, because I know how dominant the cat was on the court. And I give him respect for what he's accomplished, but I do thinking him and Shannon Sharpe are a lot of likings on ways too. And I say that because, I do, if you're asking me, I've been more of a Shaq dude in terms of the way he, how he go about certain things he said. I don't think that he goes out of his way to necessarily, his level of, he attracted people because of his talent off the wall. Shannon Sharpe had to work his way to that point. That didn't happen overnight. Shaq from Getty up when he came into the NBA. Remember, he was considered a top 50 player, what some people had issue with back in 96. No one saw Shannon Sharpe becoming that type of tight end or being one of the greatest players ever. He worked himself. Because let's keep it 100. Sterling was the better player. If you're old enough to remember, Sterling Sharpe was the better of the two brothers. He just got hurt. And it never, and it's unfortunate, but he was. But Club Shay Shay, all this stuff just emerged in the last decade. It wasn't always the case. Whereas Shaq was a big old kick all the way. Shaq was rapping. Remember, he was the first rapper to go platinum. He was doing movies, commercials. That's all before he won chips. So he did a movie, Blue Chips, 30 plus years ago. Nick Nolte, Penny Hardaway. So, obviously, Shannon Sharpe and them, they had some beef. They had some words. And, it's hard to say. I know Shaq is petty as all get out. He's been petty with everybody. Fell out with Penny, Kobe, D. Wade, Dwight Howard. But at the end of the day, people tend to either, roll with him. Because most of the time, it hasn't really backfired where it did, because people either, not saying his antics were always clean and good, though. But he is